Hello there, it's your boy Nee, and welcome to the Bodybuilding Do It Right channel.
Today we will be looking at the leg presses, okay? And we'll be using this very machine. Okay, so first and foremost, like we always do, let's look at what we hope to achieve using this one or this exercise. So this exercise is the leg press. This leg press machine is used to build different parts of the lower part of the body, the waist down. This very machine can be used to build the calves, can be used to build the hamstrings, and can be used to build the quads, and even part of the glutes. Okay, but in today's exercise, we would be looking at how to generally perform the exercise, and we will skew it a bit more towards building the quad. Okay, so let's look at the muscle that we'll be looking at building, which in this illustration, we'll be looking at building the quad. Okay, now the fibers of the quads muscles go that way. They're going that way. This would mean that to build that muscle or to take that muscle through contraction and relaxation, we will need to flex a certain point to elongate the muscle and to contract the muscle. So to build this quads, we know that we want to contract and relax the muscle in this plane or in this direction. So how would we relax and contract this? This can be likened to the triceps. A relaxation motion comes, or a stretching of the muscle motion comes when we flex the elbow. Here, the elbow is likened to the knee, okay? So when we flex the knee this way, is similar to this. When we flex this, that's when we flex it, and that's the stage where this muscle is elongated the most. And then when we straighten it, we would have this contracting. Same, if we're straightening this, that contracts. So with that analogy in mind, we know that performing this one would require us to do the flexing of the knee, moving the lower extremity, this part of the leg, up there and down there, up there and down there. And we'll do that here. So to stretch this the most, we need to allow this bend the most. Now, what I mean is to correct some forms that this exercise has been done. Let's take note of this part. There exist different types of pads. Leg pad or leg rests for this exercise. There are those that have two or more angles of inclination when it comes to this part. This one is a single one. So to perform it, you will need to put your feet somewhere. Let's take note of this. To put your feet somewhere that allows this flexion, the flexion of the knee, to go through up till about this point, which is slightly below 90 degrees. This is what I think. You should go a little below 90 degrees to fully stretch this muscle. Note that we came to the conclusion that bringing the lower part of the leg all the way close will stretch this muscle. So the lowest you can go will determine the longest this one becomes. Okay? So if I can go the lowest past 90 degrees, it means this one gets stretched the most. This would also mean that when I'm pushing the weights away from myself, I would have a longer distance to put this part of the muscle or to take the quads through tensioning or compressing. So to move the weight from here to here would require me to push the quads to do more work and the tension for a longer time. Also, when performing the exercise, things we want to avoid. We want to avoid rounding the back. What I mean is, when we perform the exercise, we wouldn't want our butt to leave the pad, the sitting pad. If our glutes leave the sitting pad, what it means is that our back has probably rounded that way. Because for your glutes to leave the pad would require that your back gets round and forms some kind of a ball for the glutes to leave. So whilst you're performing the exercise, 3 things we want to take note of. Your butt or your glutes should be fixed on the sitting pad throughout the time. Your feet should be planted at a position that allows your knees to take your legs through a flex a little below 90 degrees when you drop the weight, or at the top of the motion. Okay. And then the third one is, while doing the push, we do not want to push with the tips of our feet. We don't want to push with the tips. No, we don't want to push with the tips. We want to push with the heels. So that pushing with the heels means that you're pushing the weight through here and impacting this the most. If I push with the tips, the muscle I'm calling out to work also are the calves. Except this exercise, we're trying to isolate or look most importantly at the quads building. Again, as I would say in the squatting exercise, put your leg in a position that allows you to feel comfortable when the weights are on you. So let's look at how the exercise is done. I fix my leg on the pad, push, elongating my legs, and at no point do I want to flex my knees at that low. No, this is very dangerous. So you want to almost at every point keep the tension on the quads this way. Pull the locks away. You could hold on to this or hold on to this. Whichever one makes you comfortable with going through the exercise is what I advise. You can hold on to this, bring the weights down, down, down. Now, if you reach this point and you feel that your heels are getting off the pad, you can always adjust yourself. You can always adjust yourself until you find a position that your heels stay planted on the pad. And then you perform the exercise. Let's look at how the exercise would go.
Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed and learned something new today. If you have any questions or comments, kindly leave them in the comment section. But don't forget to hit the like and smash the subscribe button. See you all later. Go, go.